So there's some really weird rumors beginning to churn about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. And these rumors are revolving around the external cover display on Samsung's upcoming foldable device. As you guys, I'm sure know, the first Z Fold device, which was actually just called the Galaxy Fold, had that very small display on the cover with a huge chin and a huge forehead. When the Z Fold 2 came out, they had upgraded to this kind of tall, narrow display, which I think is, fine for most people. Not a huge issue. A little bit more narrow than some of us would like, but a huge upgrade going from the original Galaxy Fold to the Z Fold 2. Well, now we've seen devices like the Huawei Mate X2 have a proper width on their external display, much like a pretty standard phone. If you just saw this thing from the front, you'd think, that's just a normal phone. Oh, wow, it actually opens up into a folding phone. We also have Xiaomi's Mi Mix Fold with a similarly narrow and tall display, actually even one-upping Samsung in the narrow tallness department. Well, that brings us to the Z Fold 3 because we have some rumors. Let's jump over here to a tweet from a guy named Chun on Twitter, and he has this sort of spreadsheet here with some information on it. And the thing that everyone's freaking out about is next to Z Fold 3, you have a 5.4-inch external display with a resolution of 2260 by 816. Why is that important? Well, that is important because the Z Fold 2 cover display is 6.23 inches, 2260 by 816, it's a 25 by 9 aspect ratio. So this bit of info here, if accurate, is indicating that the Z Fold 3 will actually have a smaller display than the Z Fold 2 while maintaining the same aspect ratio. My initial instinct, my initial reaction to this is that this has got to just be wrong. There's no way this can be right. However, MS Power User is reporting on it. Now, this is the original Z Fold. Okay, this is the Z Fold 2, so they're using that as a comparison. Tech Radar is reporting on it. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold could have a tiny outer screen. Everyone's referencing the same thing. They're referencing this tweet, right? Android Headlines is reporting on it. Everybody's reporting on this. So here's what I want to do. I jumped over to a photo editing app and I decided to try and give my artist's rendition of what this might look like. Because everyone's just showing the original Z Fold, and that's not quite right because the aspect ratio is wrong. So this is a picture, a screenshot of the Z Fold 2, all right? So I took this, and with my very crude photo editing skills, I modified it to where now, next to this, we have what a screen that is only 5.4 inches but maintains the same aspect ratio would look like. Let's zoom out here so you can see both of them side by side. I probably put these a little bit too far apart, but you'll get my meaning. I find it very, very hard to believe that Samsung would downgrade this significantly. Okay, because this is what we're talking about. Everyone's writing headlines, right? Everyone's writing headlines about this happening from this spreadsheet, whatever you want to call it. But no one is showing you what that would actually look like. That's what it would actually look like. And it's not as bad as the Galaxy Fold, but it is still really, really awful. There's no reason that they would do this. There are rumors that the outer display on the Z Fold 3 are going to be higher refresh rate, perhaps 90 Hertz or even 120 Hertz. You have high refresh rate on the outer and the inner. But there's no reason why that would require the screen shrinking. You could argue maybe they're prioritizing the inner screen. They don't want you to use the outer screen very much. But again, why would you downgrade from what you already have done? Surely that's going to be less cost efficient to engineer a whole new chassis and to do this again, to make a smaller screen again that is in between the first and the second. This is my prediction. My prediction is that this tweet is wrong, and that all of these websites that are reporting this are wrong. Ice Universe, who is a pretty prominent leaker, said I have doubts about Fold 3's data. And I think it's really telling here to look at this tweet from Ross Young, who is a very reliable on displays. 25 years experience in the display industry, lead analyst at Display Search. This guy knows displays. He is saying Z Fold 3 7.55 inch with a cover display of 6.21 inches, which when you compare that to what we already have, That's going to keep the display on the outer about the same and on the inner about the same. And look, it's possible that I'm going to be the one that's wrong and that actually Samsung has lost their minds and they're actually going to seriously be downgrading the Z Fold 3. But I think the general expectation is that they're going to keep upgrading the Z Fold line like they already have. The jump between the Fold and the Z Fold 2 is pretty monumental. I don't think that they're going to take a big step backwards here with the Z Fold 3. So maybe consider this a little bit of a potential debunk of a news story. Let's pump the brakes on this one a little bit. I did want you guys to be able to see what this is purporting to be and how ridiculous it would look. And then I wanted to show you guys, a tweet from someone like Ross Young to kind of corroborate that this isn't just me saying this sounds crazy or looks crazy. This probably just isn't true. So guys, only time will tell which way this is actually going to go, but I think we need to pump our brakes a little bit on this news story. So stay tuned for more coverage just like this, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.